Is Dalvin Cook's agent messing around with the New York Jets? Is Dalvin Cook legitimately interested in the Jets? We explore that topic today. Let's go. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever seen.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. This is Boy Green Daily, and this is our first weekend show, number one, so phenomenal. And number two, our first show solo. And I wanted to try this out because, first off, a thank you to everybody that's been tuning in all week long, all the wonderful guests. We started this on Monday, and we plan on continuing it for the foreseeable future, doing a show every single morning at 7:30, bringing you all the latest, included in every live show at 7:30 in the morning. Of course, if you can't watch it live, you can always watch it after the fact, is a link down below to an article about this video. So Boy Green Daily, we have an article that goes along with it. And the topic of today is Dalvin Cook's agent messing around with the Jets. And I've wanted to do this for a couple of days, but with all the breaking news, we haven't had an opportunity to do so. So let's get into it. And I want to put it this way, and I'll put it in a few layers. And the guest for today's show, quite frankly, is you, the people. If you guys want to get involved, feel free to do so. We'll bring you up here on the program. The Jets, I know, from everything I've heard, the Jets are interested in Dalvin Cook. Obviously, there's been some public stuff where Robert Saleh says, hey, we're turning over every stone. We'll explore that, all those kind of things. And then all the insiders that have obviously publicly shared that the New York Jets are interested in Dalvin Cook. And the reason is obvious. Dalvin Cook is a supremely talented football player. Suddenly he's available in times when players of his caliber normally aren't available. So, of course, you have to do your homework, and the Jets have continued to do so from that standpoint. So they're interested. There's no question. But is Dalvin Cook interested in the Jets? And it's our poll of the day. Included in the link down below is the poll. I'd love you guys to vote on it. It has like 700 votes or something the last time I checked. Because I'm curious what the fans think. Because I've seen some level of split from the fans. Some believe that Dalvin Cook is completely playing the Jets. His agent is using the Jets. They have no interest. And the best example we can use is a contemporary example that just happened. Kirk Cousins, for instance, and you guys saw in the Kirk Cousins documentary that he wanted to go to the Vikings, but he only baited and played around with the Jets to increase the offer of the team he actually wanted in the Minnesota Vikings. The Jets offered a 3-year, $90 million fully guaranteed deal, and he went perfect. Agent, bring that to Minnesota. That ultimately helped them get the deal done. It sucks as a fan. I'm both fan and media. It sucks as a fan to be used. It sucks as a person to be used, let alone a sports team, to be used for no reason whatsoever. And the only reason you're being used, you're being played. You think that you're in the race, and you're really not in the race. It's the worst possible thing to have happen to you if you're the Jets or any team or person, like I said, for that matter. I had Dalvin Cook's agent on my show, Zach Hiller of LAA. Loyalty above all. That's what his agency represents. Loyalty above all. That's the acronym for his, brand agent company. I had him on for an 18-minute interview. It was a little longer than that, but we had to kind of make some flubs because he was moving around. So it's, but constructed all together, it's an 18-minute interview, cleaned up. And during it, I asked him some point-blank questions. He did a lot of agentese, car salesman thing of like, hey, look it over here. Like, avoided questions. And don't get me wrong, I knew some of my questions couldn't be answered, but I had to put them out there to see if, first off, if maybe he would. And number two, it's my job. I have to ask the straight questions that need to be answered. So some of them he dodged. It was the Matrix. He's trying to dodge a bullet. I'm too old, or I couldn't bend back as far. But you get the gist. You get exactly what I'm talking about. And he dodged a lot, but he really added some fuel that the Jets and Cook are possible based on a couple of his answers saying, who wouldn't want to play with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and they're a primetime team. He talked about their schedule. Like, obviously, Dalvin Cook's agent, had done a lot of homework on the New York Jets. So that, to me, was fascinating. However, I've continued to heard a buzz before I even put this poll up, quite frankly, of Jet fans saying, hey, he really wants to go to Miami. Miami's offer sucks. Apparently, according to the Miami reporters down in Florida, the Dolphins have an offer on the table, and obviously Dalvin Cook hasn't taken it because he doesn't like the offer. So he wants other offers to either be straight up better and he takes it, or good enough to then run back to Miami and say, So that's the thing that I am curious about. So right now, let me see. Let me go over to my poll. Let me see the current results for the Dalvin Cook poll, which, by the way, is up for another 12 hours. You guys can find it in the link down below. There is, actually, I could throw it up on the screen so you guys can see the poll. This is the poll. Again, we'll have a Twitter poll of the day that's featured in the article down below. Feel free to vote and get involved. Here it is. Here's the poll. The question is, do you think Dalvin Cook's agent is messing around with the Jets and using them as leverage to get more money from other teams, or do you think Cook is legitimately interested in coming to New York? He's either using the Jets or he's legit interested. Right now, we have about 780 votes. That's a pretty good sample size. 64.7% of the people believe he is completely using the Jets. 35.3% believe he's legit interested. I don't know. I go back and forth. Because if you look through Dalvin Cook's social media, by the way, guys, continue to vote on that poll in the link down below. The fact of the matter is that Dalvin Cook's social media activity is liking everything under the gosh darn sun. I mean, he's liking Jet things, weird Patriot things, Dolphin things. The latest update, Tom Pelissero joined Rich Eisen on the Rich Eisen Show. And when he was talking about the teams in the Dalvin Cook race, he believes, just random nuggets, that DeAndre Hopkins is going to sign before camp. He believes that. He says, no source thing on it. I just have a feeling. On Dalvin, he said, I don't have the same sense that, that's going to happen that quickly. But when he mentioned the teams that are interested, he went Dolphins number 1, Jets number 2. And I'm not saying he power ranked it like that. I'm just saying that's how he said it. So to me, in my head, as you're naming teams, you name the team that's most prominent and then kind of go from there. So the Jets were the number 2 team that he said, the second team. Let me say it better that way. The second team that he mentioned, which I'm curious about. So is he really interested? Because he's flirting with a lot of stuff. Is he interested? Because this was another interesting question. It didn't get a lot of play in my interview, but at the end of the interview, I asked him what's most important, like money, or the championship. And of course, the agent plays the fine line of, well, if you want a championship, insert team, cough, cough, he's talking to the Jets indirectly through my show, then you will pay the price to get the player. So maybe Dalvin Cook wants to come here, but he wants to come here at a price. Maybe he wants to go somewhere, but at a price. So that's the game that is being played. Let's get some comments in here. I see Snowball in here. Let's bring Snowball up. It's like shopping for a car. Does it have the right features? Does it feel right? Is the price right? Yeah, and exactly what we just said, Snowball. I think you hit the nail on the head there from that perspective. That I think there are multi-layered questions involved here. Is he using the Jets? Maybe using the Jets, but not like completely using them in the Kirk Cousins way where he had no interest. He's using them potentially, as we're kind of speculating here. Maybe he's using it to just get the right money, and then he could still come to the Jets. Maybe that's possible. So I can see that. And Snowball, appreciate it. Careful with that knee. Yeah, I'm walking around now, so no crutches, no brace, no nothing. And we have the Hall of Fame coming up here in a couple weeks, which I will be at. Hopefully you guys can attend us. It'll be me, Jake Asman, Matt O'Leary. Guys, go to my social media. It's also in the YouTube community channel if you guys want to see the little ad of where we'll be. More details to come, but that is where we'll hang out. And John Hepburn, that's a great point. Who said that? Was that Buffalo? I don't know. I've done a lot of interviews this week, but someone said, like, hey, it's not fair. Maybe it was Joe Blewett. I don't know. But anywho, someone else brought it up this week on one of my shows that that's exactly what it should be because, again, for the Jet to have to pay this to equal this in Florida just doesn't seem right based randomly somewhat on geographic location. So that's a good point, John. Let's go to Franco here. Sorry to say, Cook's agent is trying to use every platform to build up Cook's value. The problem is the running back market is not good. These guys aren't getting paid. It's kind of sad. As a former running back, real quick detour, Franco, I'll say it myself. I'm a little disappointed. Obviously, you have Ezekiel Elliott out there. Obviously, you have Leonard Fournette. You have Kareem Hunt and the aforementioned Dalvin Cook. And we have the tag deadline that's coming up on Monday. So Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs, those two situations are floating in the mix. So I'm sure, I try to flex my muscles and bring on the best possible guest for you guys. But I'm sure Dalvin Cook's agent had ulterior motives than helping out Boy Green on his channel, Yahoo! Although it got a nice lot of play. Thank you, everybody, for aggregating that interview. I appreciate it. But I'm sure he had ulterior motives, Franco, to your point. The more he could put himself out there, and or Dalvin Cook for that matter. Hey, let's get Dalvin on the show. But let's speak that into existence. But, to put that out into the universe can, in theory, only help, I think. So that's a good point as well. Let's go to this. I'm interested in Carfax. This is a great YouTube. All right, Carfax. What part of and I will add Izzy Abanika's electric tape are you not getting? Why would you want to take carries away from him? This is a great point, Carfax. I want to bring this up, and I'm glad you did. This will probably have to be another video, maybe next week. We'll see leading into training camp. It's also an article I want to write, so I really want to explore this. I believe on the surface that the running back position is a need. Okay. Breece Hall coming off a torn ACL. Michael Carter at 3.5 yards per carry last year didn't look good. Zonovan Bam Knight started good, but ended poorly. And then you have Israel Abanikanda, who is a day 3 pick that's never played an NFL snap. To me, there's a lot of questions. However, Carfax, it's an excellent point. And I will say this. So I believe with my raw analysis that running back's a need. However, okay, if Breece Hall is back sooner and stronger than what is expected, right? So he's ready to play week 1. He said that on NFL Total Access. Now, not necessarily 100%, but whatever, in terms of 100% of the snaps. But he said that he's ready to go. If he's ready to go, and or Izzy, to your point, is better than we think sooner. Again, he's a day 3 pick. I'm not saying because you're a day 3 pick, you're going to suck, but there is on one side of your brain a reason that he slipped to the 3rd day of the draft. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Izzy stinks, but why didn't he get selected higher? That's because there are some deficiencies in his game. He is a home run hitter, and he could be the Michael Carter-esque rookie splash. And if he is, then maybe running back's not as much of a need. But in terms of why taking carries away from him, it's almost like, Carfax, you're saying that Abanikanda was Bijan Robinson, the number 1 overall pick. How could you possibly take stuff away from him? If that was the case, yes, if Breece Hall was healthy, you may be hearing the same argument that you're explaining right now that I would be telling you. But he's not healthy. And Abanikanda wasn't drafted in the 1st round. So with that being said, I have to take a step back as unbiased as possible and say, man, this room could use an improvement. This room could use another guy because you want Breece Hall healthy for when it matters. But it's an interesting point. And again, I want to explore this in more detail, that if Abanikanda is popping more than you would think for a day 3 pick, all of a sudden running back isn't as much of a need as it appears to be. All right. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's one more here before we get into the schedule prediction contest. Want to know the value of a running back? Reference to Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl. Hand the rock to Marshawn. It's a different story. By the way, interesting. That would have been the first back-to-back Super Bowl champion since the New England Patriots in the early 2000s. So Seattle won it the year before, could have won it 2 straight years, should have won it 2 straight years. They got too cute around the goal line. I sometimes do it in Madden, to be honest. You get to the 1-yard line, you start to get a little freaky. You try to get a little cute, doing a little something when the big old nasty just, plowing right down the middle is normally what takes the case, Snowball, but nonetheless. So, guys, continue to vote on that topic. I am super curious. Your thoughts. Is Dalvin Cook using the Jets or not? That poll is up for the next 12 hours. Again, that is down below in the article, Boy Green Daily. And speaking of what else is down there in Boy Green Daily, guys, I don't know how else to say this, but I will continue to say this every day that this is a show. It's a dedicated segment here at the end. we are doing, please, and I know a lot of you even in here, a lot of my regular fans, Hawk and everybody else that's in here, Hawk, Snowball, I'm trying to name some names here, John Hepper, and all you guys. I haven't seen, unless you guys have another name on the site, I haven't seen any of you guys in the contest. So please, I'm saying to you and even some of the people that watch silently, please enter our schedule prediction contest. It's free to enter. You will get a chance to win a Jets jersey of your choice. It's free. I don't know how else to sell this, but down below, you will see it in case you missed it subsection in the article. And it's in the article every single day for Boy Green Daily. You click the link where it says, hey, here's the schedule prediction contest. Here, you click that. You scroll down to the comment section. You tell me who the Jets are going to beat. You tell me who the Jets are going to lose to. And you tell me what you believe the Jets' final regular season record will be. You do that, booyah, you're entered into the contest. I don't know what you guys are waiting for. I'm advocating. You want to know the number right now? 17 people have entered the contest. That number is far too low. People, go get this jersey. I am trying to give away a Jets jersey, people. It's right here. Take it from my hands, please. I want to give back to the fans. And all I require in response, baby, all I require is you giving your prediction on the Jets schedule. And by the way, I'd love your feedback, so feel free to stay in there and share some commentary, but it's just that easy. It's that simple. Again, it's linked everywhere. We're streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. There's an article link on all of those that talks about the schedule prediction contest with a hyperlink, and all you have to do is click it and follow the instructions down in the comment section. Guys, it's just that easy. I want to give this jersey away. I see Franco's on it. Beautiful. I'll have time after live. Snowball. Okay, all you guys. Hepburn, Hawk. I want all you guys in it because I want you guys to have a chance. I'm trying to do some more giveaways on the channel. The channel's been exploding, and I love it, and I want to give back to you guys, the fans. So you guys technically have till September, but in the sense of everything, you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait and then forget, and then you're like, crap, I wish I would have entered the contest. So all you have until the Thursday before the season. So Jets play Monday, September 11th. So whatever that is, like the 7th or something. Well, I should probably actually check that. Let's see. What is this? Let me make sure I have it right. It is, yes, I was right. It's the 7th, September 7th. You have to enter before that date. If it's after that date, then it's over. It does not count. So you have to do it before September 7th, people. So I am begging you, please join the contest. Okay, it's free to enter. You'll have a chance to win a free Jets jersey. Again, all you have to do is tell me who the Jets are going to beat, who they're going to lose to, and then the final regular season record. You think they're going to be 11-5, 12-6, whatever. And here's how we'll determine the winner, by the way. If you nail it exactly, that's why you're also kind of predicting the schedule of who they beat and when they beat them. If you get that part of it right, you automatically win the contest. Ring the bell. It's over. If you don't get that right, which probably none of us will, and you get the record right, that they're going to be whatever it is, 12-5, let's just say, you will be entered into a raffle. We'll draw out a name, and whoever has it, boom, you get a Jets jersey of your choice. It's just that easy. It's absolutely free. I beg of you to please go in there, and I will be begging of you every single day. This is Boy Green Daily. You do not need Twitter. Franco, you don't need Twitter, as I see on here. You need Twitter, I guess, for the poll of the day right now. But to enter the contest, you do not need Twitter. You don't need anything, quite frankly. I guess all you need is either a Google or a Facebook account. One of the two, and most people have both. If you have either one of those, you have to sign in to comment, and then you comment. It's just that easy. You don't need anything crazy. It's free. We're not asking for anything else. And like I said, really, what I'm really trying to do, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, guys, I want to give back to you. This show has been freaking cool. I've been wanting to do a live product for a while, and then this opportunity presented itself to do, so it's going to be great. We got some big-time guests next week coming up on Boy Green Daily every single morning, 7:30. Book it, bookmark it on your calendars, and let's make it happen, baby. Please. So Boy Green Daily will continue. We have Jets training camp. That's coming next week. That will be on July 19th with players reporting. And the first practice, public practice, I believe, is July 22nd. So, baby, we're coming. Enjoy the product. Continue to. And I can't wait. Football is almost here. I can almost taste it. The energy is almost palpable. And, guys, I will see you tomorrow, bright and early, at 7:30. Yes, even on the weekend. I know I'm a trooper. That's what we do for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at